How to turn friends with benefits into a relationship. Hi everyone, I'm Apollonia Ponti. I am your dating and relationship coach, founder of ApolloniaPonti.com. And in today's video, we are going to talk about this common thing that happens so much, friends with benefits. Now, if you are a man that is attracted to a woman and all you do is sleep together and you want something more, or you might get confused about the fact that you are sleeping together, but then she has you involved and you do things and you're like, can this be something more? Well, I'm going to give you some tips on how to overcome and how to turn friends with benefits into a relationship and try to do this. But understand that friends with benefits relationships don't always work out, right? And it's 50-50. And it's really about putting yourself first at this particular moment if this is something that you want. If you want to be in a relationship with this woman and you want nothing else but this, and it oversees the fact that you just don't want a sex-based relationship with anymore, then you have to try these tips. If these tips don't work, then I encourage you just to kind of move on. So tip number one is get out of the pattern, right? So tip number one is getting out of the pattern of what you usually do. So is it that you go there late at night and you ask her, can I come over? Or she tells you to come over late at night and this is how it happens. And then eventually you leave the next day or that night or whatever that may be. Instead of doing that, if this happens again, say no, and then ask her for breakfast. Ask her to do something with you for lunch, dinner. Get out of the same routine and get out of the same habit. Another thing that can help in this friends with benefits relationship is to kind of go ghost for a little bit, right? And the reason why I say this is because it can implement change as well and make her miss something that she didn't see that was actually there, right? So if there's some type of connection between the both of you, what I would encourage you to do is kind of, especially if you guys see each other more than twice or 3 times a week, then what I would suggest is to take a couple weeks off, right? And just not reply to her text, not see her. I would say at least a good 2 to 3 weeks if this is something that you guys see each other often. And then once you reconnect with her, I would encourage you just to not even speak about the fact that she hasn't heard from you, but instead ask her to do something else more exciting. Maybe you can go see a jazz festival, you can go to a jazz festival, do a picnic on the park, or do something very adrenaline rushing, right? So something like indoor skydiving, or do something fun together and share this relationship as a friendship and showcase you as a friend to her, right? So this alludes to tip number 3 is now that the fact that you already have this mutual sexual chemistry, we've got to bring in something else. You've got to show a different side of you, which is can come from, attraction and also being a friend. Now, this is the time where you want to show her that you can be supportive. You can be a guy and you can be a guy that she can talk to and have fun with and laugh and do things with, and she can share some things with you by being a friend. Now, when you do this though, don't ever forget that the both of you had some sexual chemistry and sexual energy, because I wouldn't want you to fall in the friend zone. The way that you avoid that is by alluding to sexual comments here and there, teasing, being playful, things like that, and showing up and just having a changed behavior, and also do things as you would with your friends. And lastly, is one of the biggest things that I see when it comes to friends with benefits is you guys both get scared really to talk about what your desired outcome is. The both of you have been doing this maybe for weeks or maybe even months or maybe even years, and you just never talked about it, right? You never talked about your feelings. You never talked about anything. Now is the time to really just lay it out in line, and the way that you do it is you just ask curiosity questions, and that's what I talk about a lot. So the curiosity questions are, so why do we continue to go and do this cycle? Why are we continuing to be here? I do see you, and then showcase what you see in her, and hopefully she can do the same and say, I do see that there is something here. I see that you are a beautiful woman, and I would love to get to know you on a more personal level than just more of a physical level moving forward. But I want to take this slow, and I want to see, because then you get your sense of control back too by saying this. You're opening up, but then you're also saying, but I do want to take it slow because I'm still unsure too, right? So that is what key ways that you can turn friendships into, sex-based relationships into a relationship. Now, if a woman is, lastly, I want to finish off with this, is if a woman is not wanting anything else, you will know. because she's not going to be open to having this conversation with you. She's going to be completely shut down. She's not going to even want to spend any more time with you than just the sex-based relationship that you have with her. And if this is the case, then, and you are getting feelings for this woman and it hurts you more and more to not be able to have something else with her, then this is when I would ask you, and my advice to you would be to stop this relationship and to slowly move on to see if this relationship can come back to you. As always, I invite your comments, questions, concerns below. And if this is your first time visiting, I invite you to subscribe to this channel where I post videos almost every day on this channel. As always, I'll see you again in the next video. And remember, you are always loved. Bye for now.